everyone. My talk today is mostly to give you an idea of the possibilities that this world holds. It's a very light talk comparatively, and it's basically just to tell you that this world is full of infinite possibilities. And I'm going to divide it into three subsections. I'm going to start with the concept of the attitude we need to really explore, and which is going to help in some way to get ideas, which in turn leads to innovation. And once this innovation comes in into our country, that's what we need now to get to the next level as a country. So, and this is something that, as Ankur pointed out, we are very young people. Let's face the fact I'm 24. So I don't have any philosophical, proven philosophy behind this. We are people who do this just by leading by example. So let's start. So I'll start with my own story of how I've started the journey of exploration on my own. So in my college days, I started working on intensive computer-related projects, and I just realized that in my spare time, I had to start venturing into something into dimension that I had not really explored into ever before. And that engineering computers was not the only thing that I had to focus on. And so I started working a little on animations, a little on graphic designing. I did filmmaking. I published my articles. I was also the editor of a novel. And these were something that I kept touching upon as I was always doing my computer work. And my computer work then led me to go to US and Europe for my internships and projects, which opened a whole new world of travel for me. So travel and adventure came into my life, and suddenly I became a backpack traveler who felt this need of going into art, studying the art and architecture and history about this destination, and traveling to that destination with very budgeted money that I used to collect from my internships and projects. And this is how I started exploring as a traveler. Then I graduated and I moved to Texas Instruments in Bangalore, where I basically designed software for chips for future generation Audis and BMWs. Many video conferencing and video surveillance systems across the world. And along with this global exposure, again, I wanted to take out some time to give to something that I really wanted, and I pursued music then. And then suddenly the art of guitar, songwriting, performing live with bands, all this came along. And I also did some bartending. I did event management. I did travel writing, and travel writing then again led me to travel further, and adventure sports is something that I found this time, and I pursued it again with full field. So that is what I meant by exploring. You really don't know what lies ahead, but you just go by what comes along, what you learn from what is there around you, and how you observe things. And sometimes these things combine and give you ideas, and that is what happened when I took a course at Stanford University. So we were three people working at Stanford University, and and we just came along this idea of travel, of combining the passion that we had for music and technology, and we built and we co-founded a firm called Tommy Jams. And Tommy Jams is now a platform that is basically trying to uplift artists of this country and get their music to more number of audience across the world. And this is how two things that once I worked with combined to form a bigger thing. And this is one of the innovations that basically exploration leads to. So this was my previous some past few years in a nutshell. And I don't want you to take any particular field in specifically out of that whole box that I just presented. What I want you to know and realize is that while I was doing all this together never really made much sense. And that is exactly what I mean by exploration. You don't have it's not a conventional norm to to explore. It's rather something that you feel like doing, and that is what sets it apart and sets you into a world where things where things lead to other things, and then they lead to something else, and you really don't know how you're going to maneuver around, and you find your way through. So the good part about this is that apart from the technical skills that you gain and understanding that you gain as you maneuver around different fields, you also find your surrounding skills you also kind of start catching the surrounding skills that you need to get through and make your way through. But the question comes, when I tell you that exploration is a path, how is it better than the conventional norm? Is it really needed? Is it really useful? And that is when the idea, that is when the thought of ideas comes into my picture. And ideas is what really starts developing in your brain when you start exploring. Originality comes into play, creativity comes into play, because all this that you are trying to explore is something that you really want to do, and it's more of out of interest and not a particular curriculum. And this is where creative ideas come from. And now imagine your daily situation, your daily lives. You meet so many people. You interact with your friends, your family, random people on the streets. You go online. You surf the internet. You read books. You visit social networking websites where people are posting everything that they believe in or don't believe in. So you're going into this. So the amount of information that you're really gathering every day is unimaginable, and somewhere in your brain, parts of it start to register, and this is something that is happening more and more as the world connects better over time. And so what is and out of these so many things that you come across every day, some of these fields really interest you more than the others do. And you start talking about them to people, understanding more about them, reading about them, maybe take a course on them, and this is how you develop an understanding of them. So it's all basically a game of exposure of fields and then understanding of fields that out of those you were really interested in. And once this happens, as the amount of information keeps collecting and the exposure and understanding of fields increases, you start to develop new ideas, and that is and a lot of those ideas are not really quick ideas that you just come across. A lot of them just stay dormant in your brain. They're just lingering around. And tomorrow, when you're having coffee with a friend of yours, and you're just talking about some random thing, and another idea comes that time, and then you realize that this idea is something that kind of relates to one idea that you thought long back, and both of them, when combined, creates something bigger than the sum of those than the individual sum of those two ideas. And this is what leads to my next topic of what innovation is. Innovation is really you thinking creatively about environments, about whatever you're interested in, and having that kind of passion of developing your idea into a cutthroat development, which really makes some use to the society, to whoever, maybe to yourself only, maybe to the whole world. It depends on you. And innovation. And what happens is, as more and more people in the society start to explore, start to understand things the interest way, the exploration way, what happens is that in this whole world of connections, full of connections, the amount of it really creates a very creative, an unusually creative environment where people are people are discussing and brainstorming on various ideas across the world. And this leads to innovation of what we call problem solving. People start looking at solutions to what problems we face in the society. Like NGOs have come up in India, a lot catering to old age homes, catering to orphanages, catering to the sanitation in the city, etc. And also, apart from the problems and solutions, a lot of ideas start to come on the lines of new developments. And these new developments are basically meant to facilitate and ease our lives in a way that we couldn't imagine. For example, Flipkart. We really order everything online. I order everything online these days. And that is something that probably couldn't be possible in India according to our thoughts 5 years back. And this is how an ease of life starts to come up. So this is what innovation was about. And now, in the emerging India, of what we see around, we are actually welcoming a whole new generation of entrepreneurs who've come with ideas and they are striving their best to really make an impact on the society. And when they do this, while they do this, whatever new development that they're bringing about, whatever change they're trying to bring about, is basically more or less a manifestation of a small idea that probably stuck up to them while they were exploring. And yeah, so basically, as more and more people start doing this, the amount of the general mindset of the society changes. And as the general mindset of the society changes, the attitude towards experimentation and risk-taking increases. And it becomes encouraging. People don't take risk-taking and experimentation, they won't take in the future as something that one shouldn't be doing. And failure won't be considered as something that is bad, that is bad. It's more of an experience then. So, all this innovation will lead to something which is more or less an environment where where job creation is something where job creation would be considered as good as just finding a job. And slowly, India will start developing small innovation centers which will employ its own people and make this country a little more sustainable, a little more self-contained, a little less dependent on the foreign firms, companies developing here. And maybe going further in time, this whole concept gives birth to new Microsofts and Apples created by Indians, and that is what our development is. But to really go that far and imagine a picture where we are really building something by employing our own people for our own society and becoming that whole self-dependent economy and country, we basically have to go back to our step one of exploration, and that is where all of this begins. And so basically what I request you all, or at least some of you, right, to do is start today and start small. You don't need to take big risks. All you need is to understand the value of time and start investing it in something or the other that you're interested in. Start observing things around, start taking things, start understanding subjects a little more sincerely if they interest you, and give time to those things, because it's important for the next step of innovation to come through in our country. And I would just like to conclude with the fact that while you're doing all this, you're actually living the life of a pirate. It's something that you're setting off, it's something very similar to a pirate setting off the shore to a vast ocean of possibilities. And the one thing that you need to keep in mind is, while you explore, you need to keep that sincerity in mind and not really take it as a very casual, fun way of doing things, because all your observations, everything that goes around has to come with a little bit of consciousness of really exploring that, which will lead to innovation someday. And that, I think, makes all the difference between you finding your way in the ocean and just getting lost. Thank you.